YouTube?
YouTube!
Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time we left off, we did the investigation to Turnabout Samurai, and this time we're going to be doing the trial. We didn't find much evidence, I believe. My prediction is that it's probably going to be like last time where we got to do a trial, and then they're postponing, and then we got to do more investigating, and then do another trial, maybe a third one. Yeah.
I think so too.
It's going to be fun. Let's get it. Alright, courtroom, let's do it. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Yeah, same as always. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Yeah, I'm getting better at the voices, guy. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Here we go.
Let's hope he doesn't mess up this time.
Yeah. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Oh, you don't got to do his name this time? Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll explain what the guide map here. Sir! To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? See? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security guard that works there at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day, see? And past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. And then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to a later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief, sir. Anyone like to hear that again? No. Should I listen to that whole thing again? No, we don't need to.
Yeah, we don't have to.
You were about to push listen again. I think I could probably remember that. Okay, I don't remember that. So basically, let's see, run back the orders. Can I see that map?
Sure.
Let me see that map. Let's see. So this is the guideline. Okay, so they said they were rehearsing early in the morning, right?
Yep.
And then they went to get lunch. Security lady came at 1, right?
Yep.
And then after lunch, the victim went to Studio 1, and then apparently Will went to the employee area. He went to sleep on that couch, and then he was murdered at 2:30. And then what happened at 5?
At 5, that's when everyone got back together to, I guess, practice again or start filming. So that's when they found him.
Okay, and then that's at studio. They found him at Studio 1, right?
Yep.
Okay, security lady came at what time?
She came at 1.
Okay, awesome. Okay, all right, I think I got it now. Awesome. So far, Studio 2 seems to just be completely irrelevant right now, which is why I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than one day.
Yeah.
So the murder weapon was a spear. Oh, medieval. Oh, all right. Oh, well, there's our evidence.
Yay, evidence.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you just ask one question. And that question is, What did security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Oh, there she is. Will the witness declare her name?
Aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
No need for me to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Even worse. Your name, please.
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Yeah, it's been kind of quite a few times.
Old bag, dearie.
Old bag, that's so funny.
So just call me Grandma. When I was young, I was an old bag. Little children made fun of me. Can you believe it? There was this boy, and I liked him. When he called me old bag, I cried.
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
I do not care. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. If you would, you old bag. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony. Alright. So let's get this testimony started.
Hammer and the rest have been doing a run through there since this morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there. He was heading towards the studio.
You saw the defendant then, Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, let's press everything.
Yeah, you already know, that's the fun part. And on the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1. Are you sure?
Okay, so up until that time, anyone who wanted to go in could go into the studio, right?
That's a good question.
No, but they need that key card, right?
That's true. Well, yeah, to go further in,
But
yeah.
actually, wait, hold on. Is that? I mean,
The key card.
the key card is for the studios, right?
Yeah.
But technically, anybody could go in.
Yeah, going like that little common area, I guess I'd say. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no.
Really? Yeah, y'all just have that open?
But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee key card to get in.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Right, the key card I have. So what she's saying is, no one was supposed to, who wasn't supposed to be there could get in.
Was there anyone else at the studio when you arrived at the guard station?
Okay, poor Hammer and the rest of them have been doing a run-through since the morning. I think that was at 10.
Yeah.
A run-through?
They were working on the scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, and were used the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing?
Dang, he's lazy.
Interesting. Talk about a laid-back hero.
If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon?
Oh, good point. Why'd you get there late?
I had some errands to run, yeah.
What errands?
What kind of errands?
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know.
That's what you call errands? Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job!
God, everybody's incompetent. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Whoever that is. Who is the boss?
Anyways, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea.
Next. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next.
Main gate until 5. So you were watching the whole time, no breaks, not even a second.
Of course! I'm a professional, you know.
Yeah, that sounds very confident.
Are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the game eat donuts at the same time! With Snipper Whapper!
What?
Snipper Whapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick.
Why don't you raise an objection then?
So the witness was on guard duty the whole afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see?
Now the murder happened at 2:30, right? How did you know that?
I have my ways, that overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, the detective isn't cut out for his job.
Dang, neither are you. That's one thing y'all got in common.
That's true.
Oh no.
He agrees.
Oh man. But he gonna say something next time.
Yeah.
Poor Detective Gumshoe getting rat out by his security guard.
Interesting to me because a certain man walked past at 2 p.m.
2. You're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really? You should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. He's like, what? We're the same age. Now, don't get your skibbies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was.
It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. So I guess we gotta raise an objection at some point? So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny.
Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Okay, I guess we gotta present something. What do we have evidence-wise?
I think it's the photo, because he's not even in the picture. It's a picture of the outfit. So you have no evidence that it's actually him in the picture. Like in the thingy.
There's not much else. See, 2-page. I guess we could present at the part where she was saying, yeah, I saw him. There's a third one. Let me see. Okay,
Yeah, it's forward.
yeah, so it's the last one?
Yeah, it's that it
Powers.
was Powers.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
right here, present.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't have this, we'd be screwed. Let me get this straight, old bag. Old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No. No, they can't. You didn't know either? What?
Dang. Rip.
Dang it. Now he's mad. He's like, oh crap, now I gotta think of something. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Mr. Witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. Why?
However, you don't have proof that this person is Mr. Willpowers, do you?
Who's the old man?
I guess you gotta give a new testimony?
Of course I have proof.
What?
What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time, please.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed. All of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective.
It's our job, you idiot. Alright.
He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal.
You literally just told you, bro, that's not good evidence, yeah.
He didn't even give it a second look. Wow. Sounds like Gumshoe's gonna get fired.
Thanks a lot, Gumshoe. Wow, old Windbag has even left Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof then. New testimony. Bruh.
Can we ever have like a useful witness?
Please.
No. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. See, he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
Sprained his leg. So bring him out here right now and see if his leg is sprained. This happened, what, yesterday?
Yeah, you should be able to at least see his leg now.
What are you talking about?
Does it hurt?
Like, you could ask Gumshoe and all of them when they arrested him. Did bro limp? Did they have to carry him out? Like,
Yeah, was he limping? Like, that'll answer the question.
he sprained his leg. What do you mean he sprained his leg?
Honestly,
So, like, hold on. If they're saying, if she's the only witness there and, them, and if she's the only witness, then she could just be making this up.
pretty much.
Yeah, like, we know he did training, but, like, unless that other assistant was there to confirm that he didn't sprain his leg, then, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no evidence of that. Especially since in the picture it looks like his pants legs are so long you can't even see his feet. Like he's dragging the pants legs.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that can't be him. If, like, even then, if that was him, wouldn't that just mean that his leg would just be, like, right behind him or something?
Yeah.
But why would that explain why his costume is dragging behind him? That don't make
Yeah,
sense.
like it looks like it's ill-fitting.
What the heck, did he amputate his leg?
Yeah.
So he sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I really don't think you need to.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press until she squeals.
Yeah, she's very talkative. I'm sure it won't be
Yeah,
hard.
she likes to talk. Whippersnapper!
I didn't even say anything, man. Hey, I haven't even said anything.
Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Youth today always whining about each other, pointing fingers is enough to make an old lady cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all of our sakes, try not to upset the witness. Thank you. I think Edgeworth has met his match.
During the running of the action scene.
Who was present at the run-through?
Yeah, who was there?
Well, let's see. Those Powers. He's the Steel Samurai. The poor old Hammer. The evil magistrate. And me.
That's it? So, you could just be making that up. And what exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just observing.
What about the assistant?
Yeah, what about her?
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then.
But wouldn't that just be like, I would have just pressed right down and been like, hold on. And that means you could just be making up anything.
Yeah, no one else is there to co-sign what you said.
Yeah, I saw Powers trip and fall.
Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai with a laugh. So Power sprains his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped them make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
You didn't do nothing. Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her. She's cleaning up backdrops, I think.
Did she just tell you that?
She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony.
He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. What prop? He broke a prop?
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
But it was fully intact when it
When it stabbed dude.
Yeah.
I guess it's more than one. I don't know.
His samurai spear, the murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
Oh, is that tape right there? Okay.
That makes sense.
Hold on. Does the one we have duct tape on it? Let's see.
Yep.
Oh, it does.
Looks the same.
Duct tape. Okay. Okay. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Okay. Well, see, they updated it, so that must mean it's gonna be probably what we have to present.
Yeah.
Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot, okay.
I think we've heard enough.
Oh, I guess that's it.
Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is this steel samurai costume now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Good question, actually.
That was the best question to ask. Where's the outfit if he killed him in it?
You're right. If it wasn't in his dressing, where is it?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it.
Huh.
We're looking, though.
You can't even do anything now.
So what proof do you have that bro actually did it then?
None.
That doesn't make sense.
The outfit's gone. The picture's questionable.
The evidence couldn't be used as evidence. They arrested bro, and I still gotta work twice as hard to figure this out. Shouldn't it, if anything, it should be harder to find out if he's guilty.
Yeah. Both, really. There's no evidence.
Anyway, that's not important.
Sure.
The witness did see the steel samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
Object that, bro. I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor?
Object.
Objection!
Hold it right there!
We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo... Well, we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can you see Mr. Will Powers.
True.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
And allow me to remove the doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice.
A new one? Another testimony. We didn't even know.
Continue. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true?
Yeah.
The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers.
Steel samurai, you mean?
No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
Yeah, right. That's it?
Cool.
That's not enough to be put as a whole new testimony. That's just like
2 sentences.
Okay. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been this steel samurai who did it. Again, still
We don't know who's in the outfit.
Can't prove who that was is him. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Ridiculous. That right there should allow it to be like adjourned or postponed because you can't. Nobody has any proof he is or isn't in there. All right, press this. The time of death was 2:30, right?
Correct.
How did you know that?
Didn't I just explain?
No, you didn't actually. You said.
I gave donuts to the young detective.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay.
And then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything.
Bro gonna get fired. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. Next, the only person I saw go to the studio was the Steel Samurai. Are you absolutely sure?
Well, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passerby at all.
Nobody suspicious looking, right? No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station?
Oh, that's true. She got there at 1. Well, somebody else got there before 1. You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in.
They're like I could just hop over that, I'm just saying.
Not to mention...
They had, I would have seen them. I'm just trying to figure out what... Are you sure? Stop asking that. The witness has answered the question. Anyone going to the studio has to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny.
Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean.
Old Windbag's sure have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Then I guess we gotta present something. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. If they had, I would have seen them. I'm kinda... You got anything?
I don't know. The only thing I would present is the map.
If they had, I would have seen them. Hold on.
Because, I mean, if it was before 1 o'clock, no, you wouldn't have seen them.
But guys, I'm thinking hard about this. I'm thinking, because this is like... What else can I present? I presented the guide map. I got points deducted. We just presented this picture. I don't think we can present it again. The murder weapon, it doesn't seem like it would make sense. I'm gonna present this. Nope. All right, what's not a point out? Anything?
No. That's the only thing, and it's not as evidence as that open grate. That's really it. But you don't have that, and you can't present that, so... I don't know, I can't give you any ideas. The only idea I have, we don't have evidence.
Alright, I guess I'll present this again. Really? Look at this photograph one more time.
I'm gonna point out the fact that those pants don't fit.
Well, maybe it's for something else, because I'm confused.
That's the only other thing.
This photo was taken by the camera of the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
In here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, I think it's because that picture says photo number 2 of the day.
Yeah, I was wondering.
And it's not number 1.
Yeah, I was figuring about that.
It's not listed on the thing, but
yeah, I was kind of hoping they would kind of specify that. That very computer printed out this photo. Note on the back of the photo printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I know that too. The issue here is a little bit of the end where it says photo number 2. Are you slow? The computer had only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Where's photo 1? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if that was the only photo?
Uh-oh. Oh, it's like, yeah, that's a good point.
What line did we present this photo to again?
Will Powers was the only person in the picture. That's the line we presented this photo to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we got that from there, but we'll take it. Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. What do you need to explain?
Well, it means there's more than one picture taken that day.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that no one but 2 people went to the studio that day. Not 1, I'm sorry. Yet there was only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
Yes. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Oh, well, yes. That's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things.
Yeah, now you want to act stupid.
Edgy boy, help!
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
Dang.
Whippersnapper.
Something the matter, old bag?
That's right.
Oh, I guess you remembered something suddenly. Yep.
Just remembered something.
Look at that, man. I could write these lines. Of course you did.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Steel Samurai.
I suppose you can put it that way.
The judge can write this too.
Mine's just like, I don't know about her. She's sketchy.
I see. Your testimony again, please.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
What? Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I only just remember that...
Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Every day after I finish, I have one other important job to do. Thank you for telling us that. After us losing 2 points.
Another job?
That's right. I check all the people that pass by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes.
Do you back up all the security camera data?
Good question. Well, they keep telling me to, yes.
But that means no. She doesn't know how to do that, I bet.
Pretty much. But those computers are just so frustrating.
So, no.
I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking.
Are you sure? I don't think Gumshoe's the only one not qualified for his job.
Yeah.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
What? For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Obag.
Well, I didn't touch the suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
Suspicious? I think she's missing the point.
Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. What am I gonna present, exactly?
Well, who the heck was in the photo you erased?
Huh? A fanboy.
Huh?
A stalker? Why would you erase that?
A fanboy?
They got in to the studio.
I thought you said there was no one there.
A fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me.
Gee, thanks.
They get information about rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Oh, good. I don't have to present anything.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in?
Yeah, he probably hopped that short fence and he walked in.
Fire her, please.
I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
You knew this and you didn't say anything? Gotta get her fired.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and...
And?
There's more?
They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Yeah, I figured. That only kids could fit there.
Kids? So on the photo you erased...
It was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
Man, fire her.
She deleted evidence.
Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass out the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg.
So that's probably who was in the costume.
Yeah, just clicked. It's a kid. That's why the pants legs were so long.
You ever seen them like the little gags where like they'll stack up and drag pretend to be an adult?
That's probably what happened. He was excited, so he ran in and took the costume and dragged it away with his little short legs.
The other was a boy who looked to be in 2nd and 3rd grade.
Yes, well, we see his type every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Nick, what's going on?
That just proves that you're not trustworthy.
The boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
True. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Mr. Powers?
Yes.
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio, right?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was in the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? Sabretooth. The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked by taking it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anybody wanted to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
Doesn't look good. If you're the only likely suspect right now.
What are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else who could have conceivably have done this.
Right. It'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for too. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick, it's time.
10 minutes went by fast. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, 10 minutes, speed it by.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
Oh, guess I won't be answering that.
Court will now reconvene with the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant of Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Yes.
Better blame the kid? That'd be interesting.
Oh, probably the assistant. She hasn't been questioned.
Maybe.
She's like college aged, I'd say. Like old enough to.
Order! Or interesting. Ooh, let us hear who you have in mind. However, be wary that this court does not click kindly on accusing the innocent. You got a lot of nerve.
That's all they do.
That's all y'all do.
If you accuse someone who's obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Uh-oh.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
I
swear the prosecution has the easiest job in the world.
So who was this person other than Mr. Bowser could have committed the murder?
Well, obviously we can't defend the boy.
Can't accuse a child.
The security lady, the assistant girl, the only person that could make sense
It's
is
the assistant.
If they were there present, then
The only person that's confirmed there.
yeah, she had an alibi. Yeah, I guess the assistant girl. It was the assistant! The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room.
She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai.
So you're saying the Steel Samurai is really the assailant, the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor. Serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, that feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury, I'm sorry.
Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me.
What about the assistant?
Oh, her. She's cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
So? The costume's probably really high.
Heavy,
tall. Yeah, tall. Yeah.
The Silent knew nothing about Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai, look, with that costume. I had to read that twice. I was like, what? If she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk, she wouldn't have limped.
That kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Bro, don't make it known you were bluffing.
Mr. Wright, oh man. I'm afraid I'll have to penalize you as I warned.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Okay, maybe we'll move on, Mr. Wright.
It was the grade school boy. It was the security lady. If we get penalized again, win the old bag.
All options were wrong.
We just get a game over.
Who?
The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. Actually, that kind of makes sense. She's the only one who
knows that.
Yeah.
That means whoever was in that suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one other person then Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. You! The security lady, Obag.
Gasp.
Miss Obag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi.
Oh.
She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. She slipped on into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go and wear the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume?
Obviously, if
She can't leave her post.
If she goes through that thing, then the camera will snap a photo of her and yeah.
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture.
Yeah, she doesn't know it. Yeah, she would have just gotten her picture taken.
If she was in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, it only took 2 tries.
Ooh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby.
Uh-oh.
That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces?
He agrees.
Doesn't he usually jump in with objection and some new evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution have any opinion on this matter?
Prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
That's kind of scary.
He has nothing to say. I mean, no one else is there. I mean, you only have 3 options. One's dead, and there's just 2 people. And we can't accuse the child or the assistant, so... What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so y'all think I did it? Is that it? Itchy boy, don't just sit there. Do something.
Like what?
What's my move? Maybe it's my chance to take this whole way.
Press further, give Granny a break. Nah, press her.
Press.
Press her.
She's mean, press.
The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Obag's action on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects.
That can buy me a day.
No hard feelings, I hope.
Nope.
Yeah, she's gonna take that.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy.
Oh wow!
Photo I erased.
Wow! Now she gonna blame him. Wow!
Oh, so she can do it.
She ain't crap.
Oh, so she can blame the child.
She ain't crap.
He's only a grade school toddler, as you say, to his second or third grade, was it?
I lied. He actually looks like he's 18.
He's 24, actually. He's 24.
But that doesn't matter.
That's what I said, but I got penalized.
Yeah. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds. Tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure?
That weapon is too heavy, bro.
Or is it be nice to the kids and being to your elders these days? Whippersnapper.
I have proof.
Proof?
I do.
Indeed. Let's hear this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. Oh, crap.
Oh, we do? Oh, the key card. He can't even get in.
The key card granted for studio employees.
Because that's where he died. He died in the studio. And you need a key card to get into the studio.
The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a key card to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to our studios have a key card?
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today.
Yes.
Woo!
Mr. Edgeworth, please find more on your witness today. Miss Wendy, what was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
I forgot it too. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Good.
Yay! But wait a second!
Oh, there's more?
I'm not going to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree! Me! I'm talking!
Wait. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Bro, what the? God, y'all so annoying. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth?
Well, testify.
Who's it?
My lips were sealed.
Aren't you gonna be like, oh, Will Powers told me that today. Oh, he'll kill me.
Probably. Rumble Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. Oh, it's the actual corporation.
Sure.
There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. That they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day.
That sounds...
If you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Where's the proof of any of this? You're just making up stuff.
Where are the people at then?
Miss Oldbag, Mr. Wright, your
cross-examination. Watch her be right though. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet. So you were told not to talk.
That's right. By the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Who? Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be so hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Okay, there were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. Who are these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? I should have known something was fishy. Actually, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director?
True.
Of course. Why did they keep quiet about it?
Well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
Yeah, sure. So where are these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Studio 2. Yeah, where you can't go. Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Oh my god. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? You knew this.
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is.
Did they just not read the evidence?
No. You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head was falling over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I think I've asked all of my questions, but...
Continue?
Take a break. Continue. What do you mean take a break?
Stop, I guess.
I'm confused. What exactly is she trying to insinuate? I mean, either
That
way...
there's other people there that
either
could've done it.
Either way, we still gotta adjourn this, and she's still a suspect, and we'd have to go out and investigate anyway. I mean, I don't think it would hurt to continue cross-examining, because there's nothing really I can present her.
Yeah, this is just more or less getting information.
Yeah, let's get everything we need to get. Yeah, let's keep going. They said they had nothing to do with it. See? Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder!
I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
Oh, they're suspicious. So you got your bonus and you still talk? I'll just deduct that from her. I think I've asked all the questions I've needed to ask. Okay, they keep presenting this, so I guess we can take a break.
Yeah.
Your Honor, we have learned that there are others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about this witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people that we have just been told about.
I understand, Your Honor.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Yay!
God, I was about to lose all my points.
Yay, points reset.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this producer and director. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for cross-examination. Cross-examining.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really fit in the old windbag?
Probably not. What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying some time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a little bit to take the pressure off of Mr. Powers. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. We can end the gameplay now. The music is fire. Alright, so we'll end the gameplay here. Save that. Of course, we gotta save that.
It's getting interesting.
Yeah.
More people involved.
More people. I suspected we were gonna have to do a second day.
Yeah.
Because that evidence was just not enough, and we didn't get to talk about Studio 2, so maybe we'll find out what happened that 5 years ago.
Yep, I think it's pretty interesting so far, so next time we'll see what's going on with Studio 2.
Yeah, I am curious. I kind of don't like Old Bag because she's just like, I don't think there's ever been like a real witness that has been really nice or honest with us. Like everybody's just either been on the prosecution side or they just purposely omit stuff from us and then we gotta like figure it out. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, being a defense attorney sucks. I feel like being a prosecutor is much easier.
Yeah, way easier.
And I gotta be a detective too, so, you know. But, yeah, we'll end the gameplay here. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.